Hello, my name is Daniel Conway. I'm one of the partners with the law firm at Gary Myers, Daniel Conway and Associates. What we want to talk about today is our firm's philosophy on sexual assault defense. Now, you can see from our webpage that we're one of the few firms out there that post almost all of our results. So you can go to our case results page and you can see how we've done in court, and you can take a look at our track record. I litigate most of our sexual assault case, and I've done so over approximately the last 10 years or so. And so I've developed a real philosophy and a real methodology for how we go about defending sexual assault cases. And I've also recently written a book with Thomson Reuters on military crimes and defenses. Now, more and more, the military is prosecuting sexual assault cases. It's becoming highly politicized, and it's gotten to the point where your convening authority, your general, almost doesn't really have a choice in making the decision to prefer charges in sexual assault related cases. Now, we have had experiences where we've been able to get charges dismissed, but what you want when you're hiring a sexual assault defense attorney is an attorney with an experience and methodology to defending these cases. Now, when we first approach a case, the most important thing to me is to develop a good rapport with the client, because nobody's going to know the case better than you do, because you lived the series of events that got you into this particular posture. But the most important thing that I can do here, really, particularly before the Article 32 investigation, is to investigate the case properly. One of the limitations that military defense counsel, the lawyer that's going to be appointed to you, one of the limitations that they have is that they can't really get involved in defending you until charges have already been preferred. Now, at that point, your case is going to be on a crash course for a trial. And so the sooner you can get, potentially civilian counsel involved, the better, because what we can do is we can get involved, we can attempt to try and speak to either the alleged victim or witnesses that are close to the alleged victim. We can start to mine their social media for potentially helpful, social media posts. I literally last year won a case at 82nd Airborne where the alleged victim had made some posts on Instagram that were completely exculpatory and helpful to our client there. And so the earlier we can get in, we can mine social media, we can get phone records before they become impossible to obtain. We can consult you on whether to cooperate with law enforcement or not. But more importantly, we can help to develop a potential strategy, because in a sexual assault case, there's really only three potential defenses that it comes down to. The first is that, yes, there was sexual activity or contact, and it was completely consensual. The second is there was sexual activity or contact, and I mistakenly believed that it was consensual. The third is that there just nothing happened, and it's a complete fabrication. And then the fourth, of course, is a potential alibi defense, and that's where you weren't even in the area when the allegation happened. And we've certainly had alibi defenses before. But what you want to do is develop a relationship with your attorney early, in which we're starting to identify which of those four possible defenses that we're going to pursue. And once that happens, the next thing that we want to do from a defense counsel's perspective is start to look at potential motives to fabricate. Because what I've learned over the last 10 years is that military panels want to find you not guilty. Okay? And I'll say it again. Military panels want to find you not guilty. Now, we know that because the numbers back us up on that. We have tremendous success in court martials, but they also publish their results, and I can see across the branches, the various branches, what the acquittal rates are. And I can tell you with confidence that panels are acquitting. But the cases that they're acquitting in are cases where defense counsel can demonstrate to the jury a motive to lie. Without a motive to lie, these cases can be very challenging. Now, on our website, our sexual assault defense page, you can see that there's a lot of reasons why a potential victim would want to lie. They can lie to try and avoid punishment. They can lie to try and protect their reputation. They can lie just because they may have some sort of personality or character defect that causes them to make very impulsive decisions. And so sometimes they just lie in the impulse and the heat of the moment. They can lie for financial gain, for duty station preferences. They can lie to protect somebody else's reputation. Over the years, we've seen all of these motives for potential alleged victims to lie. And what we want to do is we want to work with you to help develop that potential theory and those motives to lie, but then we want to get in and we want to get down in the weeds and investigate the motive to lie. I'll give you an example. I had a case last year where an alleged victim extorted a major for upwards of $18,000. She told him, unless you pay me $18,000, I'm going to make these allegations against you. Now, we were able to get down in the weeds. We were able to check motor vehicle records. We were able to do a thorough background search and discover that she had bought a new car around that time, and we were able to take this information and cross-examine her with it in a way that was very devastating, and we were able to get an acquittal in that case. And that's just an example of some of the things that we want to do to help you win your sexual assault case. And so, because the consequences of sexual assault cases are so severe, take a few minutes to pick up the phone or email us and give us a call, and I'm more than happy to take my time talking to you about your case and explaining to you, my potential ideas for how your case should be defended. It's a no obligation, free initial consultation, and with your career and your freedom at stake, it makes sense to pick up the phone.